So I suppose from my perspectives and housing, what I can sort of talk about is the Manchester model. I know, Damien, you had a couple of negatives about it, and that's great, but no, it's important. But just to say from Isaac, your point of view, your work has actually supported our councillors to get there and do the lobbying. If it wasn't your intelligence and your knowledge to empower, I mean, we've got some of our councillors from Momentum, we've got Ben Clay, we've got Sam Wheeler. Actually, they go into a meeting and they just don't stop. They've got this, and you're thinking, where have they got all that information from? Now I know, Isaac. Now I know. So we, over the last probably 2 months, we've had lots of consultation events where we've discussed policy, and it's real. And then we've got residents groups that you've actually been to, and they've actually come back and sent us emails and lobbied us. And if you don't lobby your councillors, they won't do anything. If you don't lobby MPs, they won't do anything. From my point of view, and Manchester Labour, obviously, we know there are massive issues, but in regards to affordability, this is one of the massive challenges that we have in regards to housing. And in context of the city, I just want to raise some of the points that we have highlighted. So firstly, we've got an ambitious yet deliverable residential growth strategy. We actually have set a target to deliver 25,000 new homes between April 2015, this was, and March 2025. So that's an average of 2,500 homes a year in Manchester. 3,000 affordable homes have been delivered or will be delivered up to 2021, with a further 3,400 to be delivered to meet the council's 20% affordable housing target by March 2025. And due to the adverse impact of austerity measures, Manchester residents have suffered significantly with the housing benefit changes and universal credit impacting on some of the most vulnerable residents, especially the ones on the low incomes. Another point that we've actually pushed on in regards to this, steps have been taken against some of the landlords who are basically, I mean, there's more people becoming homeless because of some of these rogue landlords. So this is an area that we've been targeting. And in 2014, the council leased around 150 properties from these private landlords, from the private rented sector, in regards to temporary accommodation. And when you start looking at the budget and the costings from a council's perspective, temporary accommodation is some of the highest on you know, and it's wrong. It's completely wrong. So we started off with 150 properties, and this has now risen to over 1,350 properties, and it's growing. Just imagine the costs of putting someone in temporary accommodation. Another point was there's an increasing number of people on the housing register, so we've got over 5,000 people and families that are classified as in need. And if you know about the banding, so you've got between 1 and 3, and it's between 1 and 6, but anyone that's on that housing register, to get allocated to a house or a home, you've got to be on 1 to 3. So the people that are 4, 5, 6 will be on it for the rest of your life, but some people just want to be on it for the sake of it. I'm on the housing register, but really it's the people that are on the top of this register that come under 1 to 3 that will ever get the opportunity of being rehoused. So we've got about 13,000 people and families on this register in total. So this number is increasing as the number of new lets is decreasing. So last year, just over 2,700 affordable homes were let through Manchester Move. Another point was there's an increasing need for supported accommodation to meet the growing needs of Manchester's older residents, and those with mental health needs, learning disabilities and vulnerable groups. So we've got lots of challenges with the affordable policy, and you're right when you're dismissive and you question, and but we're working towards something. And again, if it wasn't for people like Isaac educating members, to be honest, these policies aren't going through, and councillors are now questioning everything. So some of the challenges: ensuring homes that are genuinely affordable to all Manchester residents. The council has launched a pioneering affordable housing policy, defining affordable housing as homes that cost no more than 30% of their costs. So this is what we've got clarity on in regards to what is it. What it's not very clear. but 30% of their gross household income for those at or below the city's then average income of £27,000. So the council subsequently agreed in 2018 that no Manchester resident should have to spend more than 30% of their household income on accommodation. Again, accommodation types including houses, apartments, bungalows, as well as specialist facilities for older members and are vulnerable. Another point we've raised is losing significant numbers of affordable homes to right to buy. Again, Damien raised that. Around 500 affordable homes are lost every year in the city to the right to buy. And just recently we were made aware that a local housing association was selling off their houses to private landlords, and you're thinking, what's that about? Undercutting the price and just trying to get rid, and it's totally wrong, but that's been raised in the council. There's a growing concern about city centre affordability. These concerns centre on whether city centre developers are making adequate contributions via the Section 106 agreements, and whether some of that off-site contribution is collected should be invested into affordable housing within the city centre. So we have got opportunities. There are a series of opportunities available to the council. So government recently lifted the housing revenue account, so the HRA cap, to allow councils to borrow more money. Okay, and this is for affordable housing. And the council also has some resources and powers to acquire land in these and other strategic regeneration areas to create future land supply. There's also a growing availability of external funding. And supporting older people, again, we have a lot of older people. I mean, this is a choice thing. This is not forcing anyone to, that want to downsize.
Bungalows.
Yeah, on your side, mate. So obviously, there is a demand, and if members want to downsize, then that opportunity is there. This has the potential to free up large family homes, which are in high demand by those in need on the housing register. To end on, you have the power, you make the difference. You need to lobby your councillors, MPs and MEPs, and then we can get the ball rolling for you. But please get involved, and thank you so much for listening.